Hi, I'm Margarit Brigham. Did you know I have a cause, a charity, we'll say, and that I wrote about it in my book? Did you know that I wrote a book and self-published it in 2009 on how to become a golf goddess? This is my own journey of how I learned to be a golf goddess, walking a spiritual path, the path of the heart. And that was with using yoga. One of the taglines is connect your inner core with yoga for golf and so much more. And the second tagline is embrace sacred play and unlock the hero within. Did you know that in this book I have a charity I wanted to start on reconnecting grandparents with grandchildren on and off the golf course? And yes, I'm a grandmother. What I have done is I have walked this path. I have demonstrated how to honor women and children, how to honor Mother Earth, to play gratitude games, which is within this book, which will eventually be a book standing on its own. I've given the gratitude, building the muscle of gratitude in many areas through blogs, in this book, on radio shows. But did you know that this book actually came from 10 years first of teaching yoga for golf before it even became a book? And did you know that this book has not sold? I have not received any money from this book. So I have not been able to create this charity, but because of my intentions, the universe designed it that it actually came about in a whole different way. And that way is, and I'll tell you about that in a moment, and that way is the whole story from a radio show that I set up. So did you know first, though, the radio show I had set up prior to that was called Enlightened Golfer. That was a gift. Did you know I have many gifts that I have given to the golf community, and it is spread to a spiritual community as well? The first show was in 2010 called Enlightened Golfers, and I gave and set up interviews of other aware coaches, enlightened, or I call them alternative golf coaches. So did you know that it was all on my own? There was no money involved. All the prep work, all learning about each organization, each person I interviewed, and there was no reciprocal area back to me of connecting with anyone else. So it was me spreading their message through Facebook, through Twitter, on the radio show. In 2011, I gave up my little job, and I wanted to really try and get my book, which is actually 2 9-week classes. So it was actually meant to be side by side of teaching yoga. And in Vancouver, BC, it is saturated with yoga teachers, and I could not find any studios to teach live at. Did you know I used to have a brick and mortar yoga studio for 4 years back in Ontario, and then I gave that up to move to BC to write this book? And so did you know that I had a little part-time job? Again, that there was an earthquake here, and it really prompted me to stop playing small. So I set up the second radio show, and it was more for the tagline, Unlock the Hero Within. So I had an intention to be a hero for hope, to bring the message that you can live in uncertainty, to help people release fear. And so I again gave it for free. I read some of the chapters and in 2012, like, magic happened in a certain area. So did you know that this book, yes, is a path to the heart, but talks about how to live a magical lifestyle that I've learned because of golf, because of yoga, the spirituality that I find through connecting the two lifestyles. And so in 2011 I gave, or excuse me, 2012 in March, Marching in a Magical Mindset, I committed to daily giving affirmations, helping golfers, and how golf is like the game of life. So what is true in one area is also true in the other. So spiritual people, ordinary people were getting the benefits. And what happened was a magical program, a 7-week magical program got created, a home study program. And then again, the universe here, even though I haven't been receiving money, any reciprocal areas from my golf community, but the magic came, and my heart's desire to have another yoga studio happen. So I got an online yoga studio where I've already taught a few free classes, and the bulk of the classes will be coming in 2013. So again, I will be able to actually give this book for free, the e-book version. So if you go to golfinggoddesses.com, you'll get the e-book version, and then we can do the book the way it was meant to be, in combination with yoga classes. So that's really exciting. But also in 2012, what happened was my partner lost his job, and so we're really behind the 8 ball. And the charity part is, you know, I have such hope, I have such love for humanity. I've been giving inspiration in so many ways, as to the best of my ability, with the crappiest computer. I don't have a phone to text. I've been living very simply, but still getting my message out as to the best of my ability, with hardly any help from the community. I get a few shares, I get a few likes, not much motivation. The biggest motivation comes from my own higher self, from the coincidences to keep me going, the internal drive that pushes me to keep giving. So, you know, this is the way that we can be living. I have been demonstrating it since from 2009 to 2012. But now, at the most crucial time, where it comes full circle again, is that I am actually the charity, is to connect children with grandparents. So yes, with technology, you know, the girls can be listening to the radio show for free of how to play golf with such amazing techniques, more for the mind game, for the body, for the spirit. And what I'm asking now is for this charity that I've become, is to help me get home to my granddaughter. I have never been able to go home for Christmas, and because we're behind the 8 ball, you know, I have gone back to work part-time, but it's still not going to be enough. And you know, I can see my granddaughter on Skype, but I need to be home for the holidays, and I'm asking if I've helped you in any way, if I've inspired you in any way, if I've helped open your heart in any way. Can you please reciprocate? And it could just be $5. I have thousands of people on my Twitter, on my Facebook accounts. You know, if each person just gave $5, and I already have on my golfinggoddesses.com, I already have a place where you can donate, where I was asking people to help donate to bring the second version of the book forth. where I was reading the book online, and I've stopped because I've stopped at patience. You know, the biggest virtue that golfing gives, and that I've been walking for so long. So can you help me get home from the holidays? Can you give back? Can you give me hope? You know, if I've given you hope at all, can you reciprocate this hope? So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I do, as I said, I do love you all. I do love humanity. I have hope in the goodness, because I wouldn't keep giving for the good of all. So can you be my hope now? Thank you.